All right, episode 36. Like, subscribe.
Ring that bell.
That's right. Now, Courtney, you picked out the whiskey this week, the bourbon, if you will. It is called LAWS Whiskey House 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey. This is batch number 26 per the silver Sharpie notation on the bottom of the bottle.
Shout out to Thomas.
There you go.
From Wells, York Road, Towson.
Let the people know.
He was very emphatic about me selecting this one when I told him, about the show. And he was like, dude, you got to do this one. They're out of Colorado. And he told me some other shit about they're trying to copyright their barreling process because it's a little different.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Did he give you any tidbits on the unique process?
No, he just told me how unique it was. It was like one of those short conversations, and pick it out. Go search it when you get a chance, dude. I was like, all right.
Josh, maybe you could look into this unique barreling process.
Yep, very unique. I'm on it.
Okay, very good. Okay, cool. So this gentleman's name once more was?
Thomas.
Great. So Thomas recommended.
Shout out to Thomas at Wells.
LAWS Whiskey House. All right,
he resembles
I'll pop the top on this.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I got to be honest, this is a real big topper. Is that what we call this?
Well.
Topper?
Cork?
I don't know what they call it for a whiskey bottle.
I see what you're saying.
It's very substantial.
What is it?
It's not a cork, but it's a
corkscrew. No, it's not a corkscrew. That's what you take the corks out.
It's like a hockey puck with a nipple on the top. All right. Very weighty bottle. Spared no expense.
I was telling them you were outside when I was walking out of Wells. It fell out of the bag, right through the bottom of the bag.
No kidding.
And it didn't break.
It survived. Yeah, this is substantial. Let me read the back real quick, just so we can get that in. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he's going to be like, yeah, let me read.
There it is.
And it snaps?
It's a satisfying bottle. All right. Our 4-grain bourbon story starts at 2 Colorado family farms where heritage corn and heirloom varietals of wheat, barley, and rye are grown. Turning the page, our labor-intensive cooking technique brings each grain's individual character to life, while open-air sour mash adds soulful complexity. After 3 years in 53-gallon charred oak barrels, influenced by our high-altitude climate, an entirely novel bourbon unfolds. We note aromas and flavors of orange blossom and peel, black tea, honey, cinnamon, and vanilla custard with a finish of sweet tobacco.
Okay.
Baking spice and pepper, aged at least 3 years, interestingly enough, which is the last bit there. 3 years is the minimum.
3 years in new barrels. I don't know if it explicitly says that there, but it is new barrels.
It does say new, entirely novel on the back. Yeah,
they just
pre-orders. A lot of whiskey or bourbon companies before they can officially go through the whole distilling process. They'll actually buy batches of unmarked whiskey from larger distillers, and then they'll sell that.
Smells good. Smells really good.
This is 60% corn, 20% wheat, 10% rye, and 10% barley.
What was the okay?
Yep. The word heirloom was added in front of all those, and I omitted it. I felt that was not necessary.
It does smell good. I'll give you that. What is the price point on this bottle?
$47.99. So that could vary depending on where you go.
Yeah. I'd put that kind of in the mid-range.
Yeah, it's
just above entry level.
Yeah.
But it's not, you're not breaking the bank on it.
It's good for the boys.
It smells
Poker
nice.
night.
It does smell nice.
Well, you're recording a podcast.
It's nice. Yeah.
The normal thing.
as you do. All right. So Josh.
Yep.
Do you have the weekly notes?
Yeah, certainly I do.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed you being our episode.
Our moderator?
Yeah, our episode moderator scribe.
He's a regular Molly Karam right there.
Yeah, so I'm going to have you cue those up. Before we get too far into the show notes, we're going to talk about my little Halloween village here. Slide this out of the way. It's spooky town, spooky times.
Fuck, that's Sleepy Hollow.
Yes. Yeah, this is Crow Creek covered bridge. Anybody into tiny towns? Just me? You ever seen a tiny town?
Like a tiny town?
Yes, this is a thing. You can look it up.
When you say tiny town, does a Christmas village count?
Yes, Christmas Village is the originator. That's really the core market is Christmas tiny towns. And now there is a Halloween variation, same like manufacturers, right? But they want to obviously get into some other markets, so they do a Halloween tiny town. And you can buy all kinds of little like towns and figurines.
Like on Beetlejuice.
There's lighting and all kinds of stuff. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So I've always had this dream that I would one day build a tiny town, a Halloween tiny town.
A whole one.
Yeah, a whole one, but you kind of have to start piece by piece. Like you build onto this every year. Every season there's a new collection that comes out. Yeah, and you build onto it. And
before long you have a development.
Yeah, before long, you have a tiny town, Halloween tiny town, or a Christmas tiny town. Yeah. And so this year, I started off with these little pieces here, and at some point, we're gonna build like a whole show, a whole
thing.
Yeah, a whole deal. It's gonna be a whole village, if you will. I'm sure Josh is probably looking at some of these pieces right now. Department 56 is the company. If you want to get.
Of this spooky
I had a little trouble
really
finding that. I Googled tiny town, and the first thing that came up was tiny town, big fun for little people.
Yeah.
And then I realized it's a children's gymnastic place.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. All right.
This is big fun for all people.
Wow. Official site.
Very
Department
inclusive.
56, official site
Get into
for Christmas villages.
Yep. Now they have a Halloween section.
Yep.
So I want to do a Christmas town as well at some point. They do a whole they do a whole Harry Potter series, I'm going to do my Christmas village around Harry Potter because they have
love that shit.
They have all of Diagon Alley and the Hogwarts and all that kind of stuff, and then they have all the characters.
That's fucking sick.
Like you have here, but it's all Christmas themed, winter themed.
They've also got DC affiliations.
What is that? Is that Wayne Manor? Oh, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Disney.
There it is.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
All right. So
okay.
That's
Taylor's
what we
over
have.
here in like the Hallmark store, having a great time.
Yeah. I'm like a 62-year-old woman at heart. Recently divorced with like a couple of kids.
Nice
I
scarves.
don't need a man anymore. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I imagine you don't really need anyone if you get divorced and you're in your 60s. You just sound like fuck it.
Yeah, there's a Game of Thrones one too. It's true. They didn't build out the Game of Thrones one as much. There's more Harry Potter pieces. Anyway, all right.
Kind of want that Wayne Manor now.
I'm going to slide this bottle back in
Josh,
the
can
middle.
you send me that link?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, Josh.
Yep.
Were we successful with the notes?
Yeah, we were.
I love it. Let's go with that. There's not very many notes. It could be a short episode, but why don't you throw the first topic
Yeah,
at us?
definitely.
I just like doing this
DC
show.
president steps down.
Yeah. There's a lot of DC news this week, I feel like.
Yeah, DC
Big
got
week.
good and bad news. So yeah.
I think mostly bad.
What was it? He was only president for like 2 weeks or some shit like
Not
that.
very long.
Not very long. He was
I feel like it's probably longer than 2 weeks.
he was
to be
there,
fair.
quote unquote, Kevin Feige, and he was like, "Yeah, this is a shit show. I'm out of here."
Yeah, it's a little bit of a nightmare over at DC, or so it seems. Josh,
Yep.
can we get a timeline on how long this gentleman was president?
I'm already on it.
If you don't mind, that'd be great. That way we can really assess how terrible a job he did.
Yep.
But yeah, it seems like
And his name, I'm sorry.
the sense I get is that he came into a pretty big shit show and did not want to try to rectify anything. It seems like he kind of bowed out right away.
Yeah, and I think every week the news, and we've mentioned how the infrastructure over at Warner Brothers changes because they don't have like a president; they have a board that oversees kind of, and then that board changes, and every time that board changes, they're kind of the infrastructure of DC changes, and then that's why you have so many different arms and branches of the properties.
Yeah.
Stupid.
His name is Walter Hamada.
Walter Hamada. Yeah.
And he was president of DC Films for actually 4.5 years.
That guy?
January 18.
Well, okay.
So he oversaw a few.
Yeah, a few good things. I
But it seems like he didn't
Snyder
really-
Cut was his doing, I guess.
Yeah, he came from
That's interesting.
New Line. He was EP on The Conjuring, Annabelle, Conjuring 2, Lights Out.
That's right. He came from the horror genre.
Weird.
Yep.
That's so
Interesting.
odd, man.
Yeah, well, it's kind of an odd pull. You think you'd get like a showrunner of something really successful.
Somebody that
or-
kind of has a grasp on the entire framework of DC Comics, I would believe. So you know what you're working with. I'm not saying he's not a comic book guy. I don't know him, but you would think you would want, and I hate that Kevin Feige is like a verb now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you kind of want someone like that knows kind of any and everything that they're working with. So
Sure.
So I don't know, man. I've heard rumblings that the Rock is trying to put his bid in as being that guy. Because he's he's making.
I've not read that.
Yeah, man. You know,
I'm getting a couple of nods here, though.
Yeah, he's got
Since when? Okay, back up. Is The Rock well versed in DC comic lore? Do we know?
Do not think so. I don't know.
Does he know what's up?
I've never heard The Rock mention he was a comic
Although
book
it kind of makes sense to me that he would want to come in and be like, let me
use my
make
powers.
the next Marvel.
Yeah.
I get that.
Let me run the franchise.
Yeah, because you have DC obviously is infinitely valuable.
Yeah.
And nobody, like that is a I don't know, a universe, if you will, that is really nobody's behind the wheel.
It's really been untapped.
Nobody's
as far as the
wheel.
potential.
Somebody's got to get in there.
And you would, I mean, when you think of comic books, you think of superheroes, you think of the big three.
Sure.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. And for the past almost 15 years, they've kind of been in the back seat while Marvel has just kind of taken their D-list of superheroes and made them household names.
Yeah, Marvel played the long game though. And they were also fortunate in the sense that they kicked things off with Jon Favreau, who was a very, very intentional and a very meaningful kind of director or storyteller. He really set things up for the future, if you will. DC, I feel, is if they have just had really big successes, but none of them have been tied to one another. Like the Dark Knight franchise is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if there are any Marvel films that really
rival the
quality of the Dark Knight trilogy. And, Wonder Woman had a huge hit too in the beginning. The first Wonder Woman was
pretty good.
I mean, really knocked it out of the park. The numbers were off the charts.
Yeah.
The Batman seems like that did pretty well.
Justice League did very well and in theaters, and then it came back on streaming and did even better. So
it was just all very disconnected.
Oh, yeah.
There was no unity between anything.
Yeah, so, Aquaman did very well. Which I didn't like it, but it did very well. And I don't know, man. They're just so disjointed, and every week there's we got more DC news.
Yeah, let's continue down
but
this
what else we got, Joe?
DC shit train.
The next one actually is Black Adam.
Yeah.
Scoring low.
I've not seen it. You've not seen it. No intentions on seeing it. You're not seeing it. Maybe you will. You might see it.
Comes out tomorrow or Friday,
DVD.
right?
Friday.
So the reviews I've seen people say it's great.
Yeah.
It's a resurgence for DC.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too.
Really?
I don't
reliable sources?
Critics are you're really saying it's, but
interesting.
to Taylor's theory, we can't trust them.
Well,
we can't trust these critics.
Did we talk about the whole thing that popped up on Rotten Tomatoes about all the fabricated things?
Did we?
With that one movie? What was that movie called?
Oh, the Black Phone?
No, not Black Phone. It's more recent. The
Ethan Hunt?
No, the Black Queen or King or something.
The Black Mask?
No. It's God. Josh can figure this out. Figure it out.
Maybe.
If you go to Rotten Tomatoes, go to the theaters. What's in theaters right now? The name is slipping my mind, but there was a whole thing that came out. He's going to figure this out. I have confidence and I have faith. But there was a whole thing that came out where they found all of these fake audience reviews and fake critic reviews of this movie, and they were trying to figure out where it came from. They were trying to source where
were
it
they
came
bots?
From. That's what they were thinking. And it was basically hyping the Rotten Tomatoes score for a movie that is currently in theaters.
Talking about Woman King?
Yes, there it is.
Ah,
yes. Woman King. Woman King, yes.
Okay.
Now, just before
The black
everybody,
makes sense now.
yeah, just before everybody starts thinking,
Wrong type of black.
no, this is
I was gonna make them figure it out. That's what I was thinking.
The woman.
but is it not a story?
Mm-hmm.
Is it not a
Mm-hmm.
black led cast
Yes.
of females
Yes.
telling a story?
Yes.
All right, there we go. So I'm not
Yes.
okay. Great,
No,
great,
I
great,
was
great.
just saying,
No.
I think Courtney and I both thought black was in the title.
I thought it was in the title.
I
You're
thought
like
maybe
the
it
black
was.
cat or the black phone, the black.
We had a similar conversation.
I thought it was possible.
We had a similar conversation about the black phone. About how
We did.
Right, we did. Yes, the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah,
These
Yeah.
episodes are overlapping now. Okay,
Yes.
the Lady
Well,
King,
you
is that
know,
correct?
the Woman
Am I-
King.
The woman king.
The
Woman King.
Yes.
Oh, now we're mansplaining.
Yep. Starring Viola Davis.
Guys, it was a good run that we had.
It just keeps coming back around.
Episode
getting worse
36,
and
The
worse.
Woman King.
They didn't make it to 40 episodes.
The Woman King. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
Yes, Viola Davis.
The Woman.
I've heard good and bad
All right,
things
now
about
if
that
you
too.
Google The Woman King,
Yes.
are you getting these articles?
So
I'm
that's
talking
actually how
about?
I found it. I searched Rotten Tomatoes fake reviews.
There it is.
And that came up.
That was the first hit. Yep.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case.
But they were supposed to be good reviews, but they were fake.
No. They were good reviews, but they were fake. Yes, correct. So they
Got
were like
it.
boosting essentially the score.
How do you even get that? Like, who does that? How do you even?
Well, no, they haven't. But here's the thing that gets a
don't know if
little.
they
Here's
can.
the thing that gets a little odd, right? So Rotten Tomatoes, I believe, is owned by Warner Brothers.
Oh,
Whoever bought Rotten Tomatoes recently is a major like.
Fandango,
Fandango.
There it is.
which is
Warner
25% Warner Brothers Discovery and 75% NBC Universal.
There you go.
There you
Okay,
go.
great, perfect. So this was the point that I was getting at: is that it is now technically owned by studios that have a
same.
vested interest in getting high scores.
And that's why you see
certain
the oh, it's got this in the advertisement. The 60, 80 fucking percent
Sure. I mean,
score. Like
94 by right.
Sure.
94% fresh.
sure.
99 up.
the Woman King.
So this tweet that led me here,
But you didn't know the name.
this tweet
I had
that,
no
that
idea
led
what
me
you're
here breaks it down.
Not that I did either.
And he goes into it and he says that there, at the time of writing here, September 23rd, it had a 99% audience score with over 2,500 verified reviews. And he says the only problem is they're all short, posted very soon after one another,
Bots.
don't talk about the content of the movie, just
Yeah.
how they all basically say, Yas, Queen. He goes on to write, the only movie to have a 99% score is Top Gun, which everybody has seen and everybody
Everybody's seen
loves
it.
IRL.
Yeah.
And then IMDb gives it a 6.1 on 9.1
They got
thousand.
all these bots saying yes, Queen.
Yep.
Yo, that is amazing. Yeah, why did they have to? Why couldn't they just say the movie was great? They have to say yes, Queen.
It actually is better. I omitted it. It was Slay Queen. It's actually what.
Oh my god!
What
Oh,
a
yo.
hilarious bot.
The jokes write themselves, bro. You don't even have to do anything.
This is true. Oh man, I forgot really where we were going with all of this. To be honest.
Oh, Black Adam not doing so hot.
Oh yeah. So Black Adam is not doing so
lot of
hot. I
black.
think it's like a mid 40s, low 40s. Josh can correct me if I'm wrong. He's probably on the wrong.
God damn it. I went to the black phone.
But yeah, while he's looking that up,
It's bombing.
Yeah, it's bombing. But the commercials and the advertisements and word of mouth are saying that it's actually good. So
54.
yeah.
On 80, only 81
54.
reviews.
54. But is anybody excited for it? Because you said you're not going to go to it.
I don't think
I'm
so.
probably not going to go to it. Not that I don't like The Rock. You're a 50-50 on it.
I don't think. I mean, if people that start seeing it say, "Hey, this is good," then I'll go. I'll have to do it like a. Is that me? I'll have
all of us.
to. We're all just. Is that an Amber Alert?
No.
If not
Somebody in
that
a mauve
Amber Alerts
shirt.
are not funny.
The weird thing is the caller
Somebody in a
ID was Amazon
mall shirt.
delivery. I don't know. Keep going.
Carry on.
Yeah, it's just got people got to see it and tell me it's good, and then I still might not unless I just happen to have a free 2 hours.
I feel like you're very checked out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm.
You're
And
going
then
to
the-
find it for free. Now he's backing out even further.
But this is their ace in the hole.
Is Black Adam?
No, they're they're saying
I like The Rock. I think
the
that's
rumors
a good idea.
are Superman is in it.
He is.
So yeah, that's why people are excited about it.
Yeah, the JSA is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's after the post-credit scene.
After the post-credit scene.
No, it is the post-credit scene.
Superman is the post.
Superman is the
Henry
post-credit
Cavill
scene.
is back as Superman.
According to the article that I read,
this probably the same.
should
Yeah.
have gave a spoiler notice on that, but it has been all over.
Oh, it's all
movie
over the
websites,
internet.
yeah.
I don't even think we're
But
spoiling
I think that
it.
they probably released it intentionally to try to
course.
drum up hype because they want people to go see that post-credit scene. They want people to get excited about it. If you feel like it's the kicking off of or the reinvention of
the DCEU.
universe, yeah, you're gonna want to go check this out.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know, man. And for it, for it just to be I'm not gonna sit 2 hours to see Superman in the post credit scene. I'm sure somebody will have it on YouTube within a day. So
No, but you also know that like they're
he'll
getting
be in
ready
it.
to-
Yeah.
they're kicking things back off with Black Adam, or at least trying to.
Yeah, and to the point, The Rock said he was very influential in getting Henry Cavill back as Superman, which is why there's rumblings of him kind of stepping in to be the, I wouldn't say the Kevin Feige, but the guy that's going to kind of try and, executive produce and sit at the helm.
He's going
of
to try
the
to bring things back.
Yeah,
I
bring
get
things
that.
together.
I get that.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. I think we've
ran that. Yeah,
dumped on Black Adam enough. Let's talk briefly about the
LAWS
Whiskey House before we move on to the next topic. Initial thoughts. I will say it's not as smooth as I thought it might be.
No, the initial sip has a bit of a bite, but after about two or three sips, I'm not mad at it. No.
The flavors are pretty good, but it's a little sharper on the front. Like you've got to like,
Let it marinate a little bit.
you got to like a little whiskey. You got to like a little.
You gotta
You
be
gotta like a little whiskey because it's got
This isn't This is not for.
it doesn't hit
beginners.
light.
Yeah.
Does not hit light. Now, Josh, were you able to find anything about their unique process other than the fact that they're just like new barrels?
I absolutely was not.
Okay, very good. No website?
Nope.
Maybe Thomas was lying to me.
The tear sheet that they provide on the website is exactly the same as the back of the bottle.
Okay. Okay.
So not really sure.
I like the color. Taste is not bad. I mean, give it like a.
It does have a nice color. And if you like whiskey, it probably holds up.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a little sharp on the front. But after a few sips, it smooths and mellows.
It smooths out after your taste buds go numb.
After you lose sensation in your face. Okay.
What we got
Josh, next topic.
All right,
moving
next
right
up,
along.
Batman spinoffs with Matt Reeves.
Batman?
Matt Reeves' Batman
The Bat.
spin-offs, which include the Penguin, Colin Farrell's The Penguin,
Yes.
has now gotten other spin-offs to be attached to it.
Spin-offs of the Penguin or
Well, no, the
spin-offs?
spin-offs are going to concentrate on other villains. So he's getting more spin-offs with other villains.
Got you.
With-
Any rumors on said villains?
Professor Pig, who was like the
Do explain. Take me down that rabbit hole for 1 second.
Professor Pig was like a serial killer type villain who wears like a pig mask and a cannibal type. He's like eating people and shit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Clayface,
It's a dark little turn.
which is
Clayface.
going to be very interesting to see how they do a grounded version of Clayface, because the Matt Reeves Batman universe is supposed to be very,
grounded.
very, very grounded.
Now, have we seen a Clayface
No,
before?
not outside of the cartoon and the comic books.
That's right. It was in the cartoons because I knew that I'd seen it before in Batman.
I have a theory. I think he's not going to be like a clay man. I think he's going to be like a
Disfigured.
guy who creates people's faces out of clay, and like how Darkman kind of was. Remember
Like he
Darkman
makes masks?
makes masks like people's faces.
Like Dayman.
Yeah, yeah, and but yeah, that's neither. I don't know. I was just making a theory. And who was the last one, Josh? It was Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow we've seen before.
So we'll get a
I enjoy that character though. He's
so
good.
we'll get a new iteration of Scarecrow in this universe.
Okay. Any chances of carryover characters like
Now
actors?
that would be nice if we got the same guy.
Because what's his name? Killian?
Yes, I can't remember but that sounds right.
Yes.
He was a great Scarecrow.
Yeah, he's big in the Christopher Nolan universe. He makes a lot of appearances.
He was big in what's the war one he did? But I know who you're talking about. Dunkirk. Yes.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes.
Dunkirk.
He was in Dunkirk.
Josh, can we get a run on Scarecrow from the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight series?
Cillian Murphy.
There it is.
There you go. He was on the money.
I was right on the first.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, boy. He's also from the Netflix series Peaky Blinders.
Yes,
that is correct.
There you go.
Yes, that gentleman. Also, Red Eye. We can keep going, but I won't. Yeah. So, but he's great.
He's a great actor.
He was a very nice Scarecrow. I enjoyed him a lot. He was actually, I guess he was like the main villain in Batman Begins, really.
And he made it. He actually appeared in all three. He was the only villain to appear in all three.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be, I think, kind of like the Penguin, like a lower criminal element that just is kind of exists in Gotham.
Which was great. I
in
loved
kind
it.
of a continuous way, but he was never supposed to be high level enough that he was a main character. Although I guess technically in Batman Begins. No, in Batman Begins it wasn't. He wasn't even the main villain.
No, he wasn't. He was just another Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, Ra's al
Liam
Ghul
Neeson.
in the first one.
Yeah.
But again, kind of like that low level villain that just kinda side character that's just there throughout.
Thorn in his side the entire movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome for him to be the judge of the bad guys in the third one. Just in The Dark Knight Rises. I thought that was great. So we'll see some new iterations of these Batman's Rogue Gallery coming to HBO Max. I don't know how. Again, man, I don't know how you do a show about the villains without the hero. It just doesn't. I don't know, man. It just doesn't.
Well, I kind of get it. I feel like darker villain characters, serial killers, that whole kind of underworld, seedy belly kind of thing does have a place.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like those shows are those characters. Like, look at the success of Dahmer, and a lot of those other series.
But then who's your protagonist then?
I don't know if you need to have one necessarily. You may not have to have one, or it could just be something as simple as like a DA or somebody like a politically influenced. Gordon. Yeah. Also, who's to say like you can't get the Batman to pop up once in a while?
Yeah, I mean,
why couldn't he? I mean, I feel like
now that's something that hasn't been done.
If it's all Matt Reeves' like little universe that he's building, I think you could get Robert Pattinson to pop up here and there for season finale, pop in once in a while. You can reference him. I think there's a lot of ways to get
outside of Marvel's Disney Plus stuff. I don't think you've really seen a continuation of film into TV, which would be great. Like just shoot it, just continuously shoot it.
Yeah.
And then the Batman is the big installation to these shows.
Sure.
Right? Like I think that would be great.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool to have like a, I don't know, Riddler, True Detective crossover kind of thing that just has the Batman as a character in the show, but maybe not one that's present.
He's not the main guy.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's see where you go.
There's potential there.
Yeah. What else we got?
Also, if you're willing to go with like darker stuff, which HBO could be.
Oh.
So you could really like do what Marvel can't. Which might be their best shot at besting them.
Are you watching or did you watch any of Titans on HBO?
No.
So it's the adult iteration of the Teen Titans. Not the adult. Well, yeah, I guess the adult version.
No.
They get kind of gritty and dark on there. So I kind of see the direction. They're getting a season 4. So
I watched Peacemaker.
Yeah, that
and like,
kind of along the lines of that.
Obviously, they're willing to go there with Peacemaker.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think if you could push that with Batman characters,
you're not tampering with the Batman brand, which is you got to sell toys.
I think
you got to do all that.
Well, yeah, I mean that's on DC. That's less on that's less on HBO, but that's more like a DC thing, I would say, or a Warner Brothers thing overall. But I feel as if there are some stories that could be told on that level that could be kind of cool.
Oh,
like they do HBO does a very good job of making like dark,
Gritty.
dramas, gritty
Yeah.
dramas, serial killer kind of, not like, Mara Easttown is probably a little too like funny and cutesy, but like, you know what I mean? Like something along that, like
Mara
Chernobyl or something, but like with like,
Yeah.
just like dark and real and like in the same landscape of the Matt Reeves universe.
Yeah, I'm for it. I'm all for it.
All right, next topic,
What we got,
Josh.
Josh?
We're moving.
Next
we're moving.
topic, yep, is more DC. James Gunn.
God bless. James Gunn apparently
James
has a
Gunn.
secret movie in the works. DC movie in the works. I have
Why
no
don't
idea.
they just give it to him? Like,
I think Marvel wants him, and I think that I think he probably wants to stick with Marvel, and I think he probably also wants to get out of superheroes.
well, he's got.
He wants to close out Guardians, which he
he's
will.
closing that out,
Guardians
yeah.
3. And then I think he'll continue doing Peacemaker because I think
Yes.
he probably enjoys that. I think he likes that. And then I would imagine he's probably done though with superheroes from that point forward, at least for a short time.
Hmm.
And if he were to continue doing superhero stuff, I would think he would want to stick with Marvel. But maybe DC made a good home for him, gave him something he
Yeah.
wanted. And
Peacemaker was great. I loved it.
he can also go above and beyond what he's allowed to do at Marvel with
Oh, yeah.
DC. So
Yeah.
maybe he feels like he has a little bit more freedom there. I
If
don't
he
know.
could show titties in Guardians of the Galaxy, he would. So, but he got to do it in
Probably.
Peacemaker. So,
Yeah, this is true. Anyway, I added this to the list because I just wanted to know if you had any speculations on what it would be.
it's a secret DC project.
Yeah, other than I kind of thought maybe it was going to be a sequel
To
to
Suicide.
Suicide Squad because that was obviously a pretty big success. Like that was a really, really.
He
well
likes to
done
do
movie.
very obscure characters who haven't been touched,
Mhm.
and kind of likes to just kind of bring them to life. So he adds his very own take. Like his Suicide Squad is very different than that very first one.
Yes.
Peacemaker kind of just stands on its own. So and that's also another character that's just
Very odd.
very odd, very fish out of water, but very intentful.
Mhm.
He likes those, like it's like Star-Lord, very odd,
Yeah.
very intentful though, very big on himself, but at the same time doesn't take himself seriously.
Mhm.
So yeah, he likes those kind of risque type of projects. DC has such a long line of characters like that, more than Marvel. And the only one I can really think of that kind of dances along the line of what he would do is maybe Booster Gold.
I have no idea what that is.
So Booster Gold is a time traveler who he's a time traveler who gets his powers from this device he found, and he just kind of jumps through time, like doing shit. He's kind of Deadpool-esque,
Yeah.
but he's more of like a playboy funny guy rather than
Okay.
like how Deadpool is.
So you're thinking that could be. If you had to put $5 on it,
$5. I'd
You
say
would say
Booster
that.
Gold.
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold.
2 words, 1 word.
Depends.
Two
Two
words.
words.
2 words.
According to
Am I right about his powers or whatever, Josh? I can't
He's
remember.
time
I
traveling?
was trying to find it, but I couldn't really.
No big deal.
Very little
but
information
yeah.
on this character,
Yeah.
apparently. All right, so we're thinking Booster Gold. That's your bet.
I
My
say
guess is
Booster-
Suicide Squad 2.
I say Booster Gold because DC is in production for Blue Beetle. And Blue Beetle and Booster Gold kind of go hand in hand.
boys.
They're boys. They're like homeboys. So they kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of
Blue Beetle's been in production for a minute.
yeah.
though, has it not?
Yeah, I think we shared the screenshots at when it came out in the chat.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like we should be seeing like a trailer or something soon.
You would think.
I would hope.
All right,
Fucking
moving
DC.
on. Next
Next shit.
item.
Is it more DC?
No, it's the Flash.
Oh, the
No,
Flash.
DC.
That's
Yeah,
DC
it's
too.
DC
Yeah,
too,
no
yeah.
kidding.
They got apparently they got a script.
We'll see.
Part 2, and we
We'll
ain't
see.
seen part 1.
We'll see.
And
TBD.
Your boy
I don't
still.
quite buy it. I feel like Ezra Miller's got to be on the rocks, if not on his way out.
Yes.
Wasn't there like some news that he was getting arrested? Wasn't there like more
Yeah.
jail time? Isn't that also in the notes?
He's facing like 26 years. or some
Yeah,
shit.
2 days ago, he pled not guilty to the burglary charge that carries a 25-year
Got
maximum.
him on camera.
Which realistically, 25 years maximum is not going to happen.
They always do that though.
Yeah, it's not
That's
gonna
clickbait.
happen.
Yeah, they say, "Oh, you're facing 10 years."
All right, so we're
I
thinking.
just ran the red light.
yeah,
Like,
so he's not going to jail.
Well, maybe go
maybe.
to jail, but probably not for 25 years.
TBD.
Yeah.
he'll plead.
The Flash has to be the best
Best
superhero movie of all time.
I've ever
I
seen in my
cannot
life.
believe that it's been in development for this long and be there continuing to stick with the Flash. Or
I better
Ezra
cry. I
after
better laugh.
All of the things that have gone on.
I better get sick to my stomach. I
I
better
feel like they
stand.
started filming this movie or working on it like 6 years ago. It was
No one's
forever
gonna look
ago.
the same when
It
this
was like
movie comes out.
pre-Trump when they were talking
Yeah.
about this movie.
Yeah,
Oh my God. It's been,
I don't. It's got to be
Absurd.
the greatest movie ever.
has to be at this
Poor
stage
Michael
in the
Keaton. I'm still upset for him because he's attached to this shit.
I'm not. He's an idiot.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know. Go out on top. None of the things that they offered you were worth coming back into it. Not only did you go out on top, Marvel brought you in.
Marvel gave you the
Marvel
runway.
brought you in, and you had a good experience there. That was a good movie. High
Sony
ratings,
tried to botch it,
Everyone
and
loved
no
it.
one really
He did
cared.
great. Did great.
Poor guy.
Great character. And then they open this back up. Batgirl. You come back for Batgirl? Come on, man.
Did you saw that trailer, right? I guess it was a trailer. Back
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what it was. It seemed as if
Didn't
the
seem
footage
real.
was legitimate to some extent, but I can't imagine the trailer actually leaked. But I don't know. There was definitely footage from the movie that wasn't like fan made.
So jumping real quick, just for a second
Let's
back.
do
So
that. Let's go.
we first talked about this guy, Walter Hamada, resigning.
Yeah.
So it was over Batgirl.
He
Are
resigned,
we aware
though.
of this?
No.
So allegedly, he wasn't told that Warner Brothers had canceled the project, had canceled Batgirls, and he was not consulted on it. He only learned about it, allegedly, during a test screening of Black Adam, where he was told by Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy. So at that point, he had considered resigning, and he was pissed. But he agreed to stay until the release of Black Adam. But his contract is into 23, so he's resigning early. But allegedly, it was because he wasn't consulted on the cancellation.
Why wouldn't you
of
consult the
Batgirl.
president of
Yeah.
your film arm that you're canceling a film?
I feel like there.
That doesn't make any.
I feel
that
like
makes
there
no
needs to be
fucking sense.
there needs to be an HBO drama
About-
on what happened behind the scenes here, because it just has to be so absurd. All of the various players, and like I don't even understand how the president of the DC like film arm
Doesn't know a
doesn't
movie is
know
being
that a
canceled.
movie is being canceled in the DC universe, especially Batgirl.
That's like canceling the next Avengers and not telling Kevin Feige.
Yeah, that's major.
literally what it
It's
is.
a major property. How is that possible?
And
Batgirl is
this article from Deadline, where that is
Deadline is a reliable source.
yeah, where that's sourced from, says that he's not. It actually says Hamada is not Feige. The low key executive said to not be a good, gifted, talented schmoozer. For instance,
Wow.
Those are the low blows right there. Also, to quit over Batgirl at the same time seems a little absurd.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can go both ways on this.
Yeah.
All right. God bless.
All right. What else we got, Josh?
we got Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, so
This is a Marvel thing, right?
Yep.
yes,
think I'm moving
Marvel. Sacha Baron Cohen, who is infamously known as Borat.
Amongst other things.
I feel like you do a good Borat, Josh.
I don't know, maybe. Yes, Shamash.
There we go. Thank you, Maj. He's been cast as Mephisto, who people have been anticipating coming to the MCU for a very, very long time. They thought he was going to pop up in.
This is a really funny image.
God damn it.
And I can see it because Mephisto is kind of a very absurd character in the comic books. So for him to come and play Mephisto is kind of like right on the nose. I like it. I like the casting.
Yeah. Now, is this confirmed or is this speculative?
This has been
Rumored.
I guess
We've
when
seen call sheets.
I think it's like official.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Josh is shaking
I'm
his
seeing
head.
a lot of rumored to be, allegedly,
A lot of
maybe
speculation.
joining, rumor hints at.
Hey, Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Like every source has said, all of my sources. have
In
said
either
it.
case, you're co-signing. You think
I'm
that this
taking
is a
it.
good
Yeah, I
decision.
think it's
Let's
a great-
go. Let's go.
Great decision.
All right.
Great decision.
I don't. I mean, I know Sacha Baron Cohen well as far as his characters. I don't know the.
Mephisto.
Yeah, I don't know Mephisto.
He is the king of the one of the dimensions of hell. And he's just really absurd and just ridiculous. And I think probably his best story arc is when he turns Las Vegas into hell. And Ghostwriter thought he trapped him in hell and he has to go to Vegas. And he's just like, hey, baby, I'm just here, just having a good time. Like he's one of those
Seems
kind of.
absolutely absurd.
Yeah, he's one of those type of guys.
This is
Just-
a comic,
Yeah.
graphic novel. What was this?
No, it's a comic. I think it's a Ghost Rider comic.
Oh,
He's attached to like those hell characters, attached to like Scarlet Witch. He's like the king of hell. He's in hell. He's like the devil.
Yeah, the King of Hell, I think, is
Yeah.
Lucifer. Am I right?
Well, depends. I don't know if there is a Lucifer in DC. I mean, in Marvel. No, I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's
Lucifer.
Mephisto. He is the guy.
So
Like,
Mephisto.
yeah, they're like the hell guy.
Mephisto.
It's a pretty old
Mephisto?
character. December 1968 in The Silver Surfer.
And who was
Yeah.
the other one?
Dormammu.
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 Dormammu. Yeah.
Dormammu.
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 Yeah, there you go. Dormammu.
Dormammu.
Think Dor.
Dor.
Mamu.
Mamu.
There you go.
Dormammu.
Mamu.
And that's Doctor Strange. Him and
So in like Doctor Strange's version of things,
He's the
yeah. Why have we not seen him pop up in Doctor Strange yet?
Who Dormammu? He was in the first one, but he wasn't a character. He was like the big head. He's the big head. That he was like Dormammu. I want to bargain at the end. Yeah, he wasn't like an actual character. He was more like a
But is he
CGI
he
being.
is a character.
But he is a character. Though.
Is a character. He's just
Yeah.
just not in the typical sense in
Yeah,
Doctor
right.
Strange 1. Okay, great.
Right.
All right. I feel like I really missed something.
It's okay.
But I did, just not what I thought. Okay. All right. Moving
All right,
on.
last thing on the list here, boys. The
Good
Twister sequel
Lord.
is
Oh.
scheduled to start filming in 23.
Hell yeah.
I don't know
Now,
how many movies you can make about tornadoes.
I feel like you got to do a reboot as opposed to a sequel.
That's what I thought when I
I
saw.
don't really think like a tornado can come back, but
I don't know. The Sharknado seemed to have.
this is true.
Yeah.
But what I will say about Twister, rather, I loved Twister when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
I was a huge
Those little
fan
balls
of
they would
Twister.
throw into the fucking
I was
tornado?
so stoked on that movie. I had a Twister T-shirt as a kid that I was in love with, and I wore it all the time. There's a lot of photos of me with it. I'll see if I can find one. And I've recently tried to find the T-shirt like online to try to like buy it so I can get it back.
Relive that
Oh
youth.
my god, they're so expensive.
Can't be. How much?
Dude, they're hundreds of dollars.
Shut the fuck up.
Hundreds of dollars
For a
Yeah.
Twister t-shirt?
Yeah.
Like the one- the classic one.
Yeah, you might be able to get a reprint. I don't know, but there was a classic Twister T-shirt, which was like acid wash. It was like brown and black acid wash, the whole shirt,
Yeah,
so
tornado.
that it
on it?
looked like a storm. And then it had the Twister logo going up from the like lower left side all the way up to the right shoulder.
This was your favorite shirt.
And it looked like you were wearing a storm. And like the Twister logo was blowing off the shoulder. It was
Is this what you're? Is this similar?
no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Nope. That is a cool shirt though, but not the shirt. This
Understood.
was like it. This was. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all good, dude. This I have seen that shirt, and that was not it. But I'm all for a tornado movie,
I feel like now with the CGI
I think
we
they're a
got,
lot of
it'd
fun.
be great.
but you know what the thing is? Twister the movie is so good, even with the CGI that they had at the time.
Yeah, the cow going through the it was. I mean, it was fine for the time being.
It was better than
Oh, that wasn't CGI. They yeeted that fucker.
That was a, they
Yeah,
launched.
Peter
it.
was not around at the
What
time.
year was the original Twister, Josh?
That was in 96.
Oh,
Wow.
96.
It was the second highest grossing film of 96 behind Independence Day.
I was
No
going to say they came out in
kidding.
the same year. Yeah.
We had this conversation on a previous episode about how good movies were at a time. Like there were some years. Can't remember, I think it was 2002. You were running through.
Oh
my
think
yeah,
so,
that,
yeah.
that call
Of
list for
movies.
2002 was
Oh my
fucking amazing.
gosh,
Yep.
dude. Really, really.
Nutty
incredible.
Professor was also 96. Space Jam, Jerry Maguire,
Damn.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, 101 Dalmatians, Mission Impossible. Those were the highest grossing.
Mission Impossible.
Not
one.
in the correct order, but
That's it right there.
Wow.
That's
How much
the
is that?
one.
Wow, good job.
much
That's
is
the
that?
one. There you go.
That's it's probably
50,
pissy
dude.
quality too.
I mean, if it's the original one,
It's probably got fucking moth holes in it.
could be.
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
that's
but it's a
popular
great
now.
shirt. Great shirt. And had it as a kid. I don't know what happened to it, but here we are.
I understand.
Yeah. So all for the Twister sequel
I'm on board.
or reboot, whatever it may be.
I would prefer a reboot. Like, let's
Yeah,
just do
I
it
feel like
over.
it's got to be a reboot. Plus, what's his name died.
Oh yeah.
He's not around anymore.
Damn. You're not in for Twister?
What's his name?
We talking
my
about
God.
Yeah.
Go watch
you
it
gotta
tonight, bro.
watch it. Bill Paxton,
Paxton,
dude.
yeah.
Bill Paxton. Yeah.
Twister's great. It's great.
It's really
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's one of those movies that actually aged well. Like when they're in that van chasing that first fucking tornado.
Oh, dude, you get so amped up.
You
You're like,
get hype.
you're like, we gotta go chase storms, dude.
It's Storm Chasers. Have you
Yeah,
ever seen like the
yeah,
A&E
yeah.
stuff? That's what the show came from.
Imagine that, but
movie,
like way
yeah.
cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like cooler technology. Yeah, she had like
The only thing I know from Twister is the ride at Universal Studios in Florida.
Oh,
Nah,
I did the
yes.
ride. I did the ride.
Yeah, the ride is great.
The ride was a lot of fun, but the movie makes you like when you're watching it, you're like, we gotta get the boys, we gotta get some vans, we
we
gotta,
gotta get
some
screens
gear,
in the van.
we gotta go.
Get little gadgets.
Yeah, we gotta get
A driver.
technology,
We gotta have a
hit
driver.
Radio Shack, we gotta get some shit.
Everybody has a role.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got a part. You know what I mean? I don't know what mine is. I'm probably just driving something.
Yeah.
Josh
This
is
it
making
right
all the
here.
little
Josh
little
is
gadgets in the back, the little things that flutter up
he's
into the
got
clouds.
those glasses, those little teeny
Yeah.
magnifying
Yeah,
glasses with a
flips
hat.
them down. Yep. Making things out of like Coke cans
Yeah.
and
Isaiah's got the
washing
back door of the
machines.
van. We gotta go, guys. We gotta
Yeah.
go. Yeah, there we go.
God,
Yeah,
see, but
we
we're
made
getting,
the movie
we're
right
getting
there.
excited talking about
Yeah,
it.
yo,
That's
it's
what I'm
that
saying.
good of a movie, man. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, though.
Get you a bowl of cereal.
It's also like a simpler time too, in the sense that like you're just out in the middle of Arkansas, and it's like your boys, you're just all hanging out at a diner, driving movie theaters, just chilling, waiting for like a storm to come decimate a population, and then you guys just
You're like fucking rad. Let's go.
yeah, you fire up the cutlass and you're like, let's go, like we gotta
Yeah.
go chase this.
And they're chasing storms. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know where the funding or the money comes from, but they're having a great time.
Weren't they scientists? They were scientists though, right?
Yeah, but where does their money come from?
Some university sent them out there.
We sure?
Some research lab was like, yo, go check this storm out. They're like, well, we need $300,000 to spend 3 months in Kansas.
Maybe
Like,
we should become scientists. What's the qualification, Josh? Look it up.
It's a good question. I'll look into that.
I don't know. I think you just got to convince somebody you can do some shit.
I think we're on to watch lists now. I think that was the last item on our news notes.
That's correct.
Notes of news.
Amazon is blowing Josh up.
And now it says Amazon.com. The thing is, it's my desk phone at work.
Oh.
And they're calling directly. So I don't know how. I don't know. Whatever.
Uh-oh. Jesus.
It's really an Amber Alert.
We're looking for somebody in a mauve shirt.
Josh got pissed. I kept saying
His collar looks like an uncircumcised penis.
They're both here in my living room.
you can't see Josh. But we have on the exact same color shirt.
Yeah,
And he
you
got
guys
pissed at me because I kept calling it mauve in the kitchen.
You guys look like you're on the same team.
Yeah. We are chasing storms. We're on the storm chaser team.
Affiliated.
Fucking Twister team.
All right.
Watch list.
House of the Dragon. I know you're keeping up on that. Did you watch this most recent episode?
Slow episode, but good episode.
Are you kidding me?
This was the one oh no, I'm thinking of the one Viserys died. This is the one where
I'm talking about the one from this week.
this week. This is the one where
How do you not remember this?
I don't fucking remember.
You don't remember when the dragon blows
Oh,
up through
yeah, I
the...
felt like it was slow up until that point. That's why. Yeah.
No.
That was kind of slow.
That was slow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was the most stressful episode of this season.
I don't know. I just kind of felt like
All of them like conspiring and all of the tension between who was going to like do what and who was going to kill who and like
Yeah.
keeping all that. I felt so uneasy watching that entire episode. And then even throughout the entire like scene where they're like swearing him in or whatever the
Oh yeah, I knew
inauguration was.
something was gonna happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I was
thought
so
I knew
uncomfortable the whole time. I thought he was going to kill himself.
something. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Not Spoilers for whoever's not
Oh,
seen the
okay.
latest episode. But I thought because I thought because his mom showed him the knife in the carriage.
Yeah, he
I
thought he was
was
gonna
like,
pull it out.
all right, he's got this knife now.
I thought he was gonna kill Allison in
and I
the
was like,
carriage.
he's gonna slit his throat because he's so miserable. And throughout the entire like process of him coming in and the whole
Yeah,
coronation
he
or
was just
whatever,
miserable.
he was so miserable. I was like, he's just gonna slit his throat in front of all these people. I was ready for that.
Yeah,
And then what's her face slipped out, ducked downstairs.
it's hard to believe he's older than Eamon. Wait, no, Eamon is the brother.
Yeah.
With it's hard to believe.
He doesn't look older. That's probably the biggest failing from a casting perspective.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's like that because
Don't hurt yourself.
Because he's meant to have this youthful, I don't care spirit.
Yeah.
Making him look younger.
That could be true. And there's probably some validity to that. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah. No, the episode was cool.
But
it just kind
when you
of
look at them, you do feel like this is a child compared to the brother. The brother's got to be 10 years older than him.
Yeah,
But,
he acts like it. Yeah, he
But-
acts like
yeah. You're probably right.
Wants something he'll never have.
Yes.
Yes.
Whereas his brother, if say this never happened, and something was to happen to Rhaenyra, he's next in line to be king.
I feel like he's got it though on lock easily. Like how hard can it be to kill your brother?
He could have did it. He could have fucking did it.
In the context of that whole scenario.
Yeah, he could have.
When they captured him, they were
I mean,
He definitely was like,
but
I
like
could
you
get
could
rid of
kill
this
like
fucker right
even
now.
now, it's like you've got tons of opportunity. Tons of opportunity.
We've seen it in episode 4. They can get motherfuckers done.
Yeah,
if they
he
want to.
can. Yeah, that guy doesn't want to be king.
He doesn't. But
Allison of the ye old OnlyFans.
yeah, she got her feet. What is the OnlyFans for?
Oh
for feet?
yeah, dude. There were some like
Feet finder.
there were some weird little like turns and stuff that
Yeah.
took place in that episode.
I expected him to be a creep though. He's been a creep the entire season.
yes, he's been
So
very
his
creepy.
creep arc, like
The
went-
creep arc really
Yeah.
elevated. That's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oof.
They're trying to make those. I feel like because there isn't. My only criticism of the show, and this is more probably of a personal thing than it is
Go
of the
for it.
actual show. I think they did a really good job with the show, but I feel like everybody's kind of a creep.
Oh,
in
of
a
course.
way. Like you kind of,
Fuck yeah.
there's nobody that you're really rooting for or feeling all that good about,
Right.
except for maybe the older woman who's married to she was supposed to be queen, but she's
Rhaenys.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rhaenys. She's the only one that maybe scenes kind of stand up, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's TBD. Like she kind of is
She kinda-
overlooking the death of her kids, but it's weird.
She also kind of has a stick up her ass too.
But like,
kinda.
who else on the show kind of comes off as like a maybe good person?
None of them.
Exactly. Whereas like in Game of Thrones, you had some of those elements of like, and I know they were dying left and right, but
I think
it's hard to attach yourself and feel good about anything in House of the Dragon. I kind of constantly feel like I'm in anxiety all the
they
time.
do this thing where the character is a dickhead, and then there's an immediate redeeming moment.
Yeah.
For them, like with Eamon, he's a dickhead, and then he loses his eye and becomes this highly respectable warrior in the next fucking show, and doesn't
Sure.
get to be king.
But he's
Like-
still a huge asshole.
And he's still a huge asshole. But you're like, yo, he would make a great king because he has the qualities of what you would think a king would be.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like he's slaughtering people on the
Well,
streets.
I mean, I guess in that time, that's what you gotta fucking do.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think outside of his just vendettas for his cousins,
Yeah. Maybe he would be good.
simply because they played jokes on him when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
I need that time jump.
He seems like he's really holding on to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But maybe if
That is a
that was great storytelling.
maybe if
Oh,
he
my
wipes
God.
all them out, maybe he's like a real good guy.
Maybe.
To me, he's a spitting image of Dan.
Oh, that's gonna come to a head.
Yeah.
Has to.
'Cause
Can't wait for that.
He seems very vindictive, but not in a bad way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I just need to get this done.
Yeah.
I can do what I need to do.
I mean, he definitely likes to start some shit though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like him and Damon definitely are gonna have a fight at some point.
I think
the
I
two
think
of them have
Eamon
to show down.
and Eamon and Aegon are going to grow closer to each other in his time as king, kind of in the inverse of how Viserys and Daemon grew apart.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be his muscle and kind of guide his brother through being king, where Viserys was like, yo, I want to show you how to be king, but you can't. You're just a fucking loose cannon.
Yeah.
And I just kind of feel like that's the allegory of the story.
So do we think that Aemon ends up being Aegon's downfall? Because we do know eventually he loses the throne.
Oh, of course. I don't know. We gotta see how it plays. Who the Mad King is not in this story yet.
No.
Who is his father?
I saw a thread of the family line on Twitter the other day.
Because we're still like, are we 2 generations out from that? From
Josh can Google this, assuming he's not too wrapped up.
No, I got it.
Father of the Mad King.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Stand by.
All right, very good.
Viserys II is what I think.
We're probably only about 25 years into that 200 years. So
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
Father of the Mad King, Aegon.
Aegon the what?
Conqueror?
Aegon v. Targaryen.
Yeah, Aegon.
Aegon the Unlikely.
That's not this Aegon.
It's gotta be.
It's not. It's true. It's way too.
Well, we've got to
Are
remember.
we sure, though?
Because the Mad King lived to be very old.
Yeah, and
75, at least 100 years.
Well,
no, but how long does Aegon live?
Right. So he lives,
And then
Then
his
he has-
son lives,
and then he has
and then
children,
he dies,
right?
and then there's what, 20 years until
Yeah. So we're not that, like, we are far out, but we're not.
there's a
that
family
far.
tree. Let's get the lineage up.
Yeah.
We can
Can we
confirm
get
this.
the
Here it
Mad?
is. Here comes the tree boys.
Here we go.
Hey.
All right. What do we want to know here?
We want to figure out from Aegon,
The lineage from Aegon.
what's the lineage from Aegon? Where do we get to the Mad
to
King?
the Mad King?
Mad King. All right.
Should really call him Mel.
King, here's
Yeah.
the second. Oh, this article. I'm sorry, guy. I'm sorry to get you so excited. That article sucked. It wasn't.
I
It
have
wasn't an actual
seen
tree.
a family tree
I've seen it
of
too,
the Valerian line,
and I was like,
of
yeah, this is
the-
not that far.
Yeah, I've
We
seen.
doing another round, boys? Josh?
I already poured mine
I haven't even finished
Zach?
the first one.
of the end of the Targaryens, and it's lays it out pretty clearly. Bum, bum, bum,
Anyway,
bum,
until they pull that up.
bum, bum,
Allison's
bum,
OnlyFans
bum,
feed with the creep.
bum, bum.
What else did we get? We got Rhaenys.
I mean, the war is clearly kicking off.
Or okay,
The
a question.
battle is here.
All right, Sir Eric and
Fired up.
Eric, they're both named Eric, but one with the E and one with the A.
This
right?
is why this show's so complicated.
Yes, it doesn't make fucking sense. The twins.
Everybody's got the same goddamn name.
Literally everybody got the same fucking name. But the twins, are they Hightowers?
No, they're Targaryens. They're Muslim.
No. The twins, the knights.
The two that are going after the
Yeah. So you got Aemon.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? You got Aemon
I think
and-
they are the two knights that go after him.
Yeah.
in the last episode, are
And-
they high towers? Yes,
Yes.
because they were supposed to return him to the hand of the king.
and they got into the brawl with
Yes, they
Kristen
lost
and Aemon.
that. They
And
lost
one of the
that.
brothers was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Right. So are they
Yeah.
Alicent's brothers?
I don't know.
Or are they her cousins? Can we? Yeah, I'm not gonna give Josh no more.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah, can you look and find out who the Eric twins are? Because I believe they're like her brothers or whatever.
We're really diving into that.
I don't know. Whatever.
Really diving into that. Yeah, maybe they are her brothers because the hand of the king does say, "Take your brother,"
Right.
as if he's like a father
Yeah.
figure. And I mean, they could be. I was wondering, and again, I don't know for sure, but my speculating that the hand of the king would have possibly killed him because he asked for him to bring him to me.
Right.
Wondering if maybe like the idea, because I think he would rather have the other son lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that there was maybe some conspiring going on originally to try to
I
perhaps kill
forget
him.
because those are his grandsons.
Yeah.
Like he knows their shit.
Yeah. So like, why was the mother in competition with the father to get the son?
Mm.
And I'm wondering if it was anyway.
And last plot
I mean,
thread,
right
we can
there.
move on. And I just want to, you can confirm this for me or not. But Aemon is married to his sister. Aegon is married to his sister.
No, that's not his sister.
No.
She is someone of
We're out of my depth. I can say that.
blood, but she's not his sister.
She's of Valyrian blood, but she's not his sister. But she's weird because when they were children, Aemon made a joke about her like playing with spiders or something. He was like, "Yeah, that's your betrothed over there, or whatever."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I'd have to rewatch it now in context of everything.
But she had always been around, so I'm like,
Guys, I'm having so much fun with this. I think I might. I'm going to ask you one more time to remind me what you want to know here, because I found now.
okay. We originally wanted to know the lineage of who the Mad King's father and grandfather. like
Okay,
his name.
according to this, it's Aegon the Fifth. Is his father. And then above that, it just says 8 generations.
What?
Maekar the First, Maekar, is above him in this, and then it says skip 8 generations, Aegon the First.
So is the Aegon we're seeing is Aegon the First?
I don't think so.
He is okay. But those generations move quick. They start making babies at like 13 in this fucking show.
Good Lord.
Yep.
All right. We're going to have to get
Yeah, we'll come back
next week.
to
Maybe
the finale.
Yes. So no, well, this week, this coming Sunday will be the finale of the show. Maybe we can collect some of our questions. Maybe we can get an expert.
Now, the Mad
called
King
in,
is
dialed in.
Daenerys' father.
Yes.
Yes, we know that.
Yes.
This is the direct descendant of Rhaenyra and Dany.
Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Bang.
So this week rather, we'll do the
Got
latest
it.
episode.
We'll come back.
Maybe next week we can try to get. I know Mel. I think Mel just had a kid.
Oh, God
Yep,
damn it.
I'm pretty sure.
How recently though?
Don't know.
They go
Like
fast.
too recently to call in.
I think pretty recently.
right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Yep.
we can
Bring the
see-
kid.
See if we can find some. Well, I wasn't gonna have. I was
She'll
gonna
joke.
call.
I'm
We
joking.
call her in
Okay.
and ask some of these questions because she'll know this. Like
She will
that,
know.
dude. She knows the lineage like
Yeah.
the back of her hand.
Crazy.
Anyway, so maybe we'll see. We did a Game of Thrones episode with her once before, and it was very
great.
enlightening.
Yeah.
All right, rest of the watch list. Unless anybody else has anything else about House of Dragons, I feel like
No,
we're just
we're
getting in the
good.
mud
We
now.
can get through it.
Did you see any Midnight Club, or are you still holding out?
Nah,
on
but I
that?
did finish Hellraiser.
Still holding out. God, all right. You accomplished one movie. All right. We talked a lot about Hellraiser in the last episode. You had seen a third of it. Now you've seen
Finished it.
3/3 of it.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
Final thoughts, hot takes.
I thought it was good.
Close it out
I thought
for
it was
us.
very, very, again, low scale, which was great.
Did you feel like it was a little safe?
Yeah.
I felt.
It was a
I
little
didn't.
safe.
I felt like it never really went off the rails like I had hoped or expected.
Nah, it never got too crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was still very much
Confined.
confined to those 5 characters. I thought the element of seeing how a Cenobite is created was dope. Like the very end of seeing, oh, you have mastered what we offer, and your salvation is binded to our torment.
Yeah.
And that's how you become a Cenobite. Like you will live forever, you will have power, but you'll be tortured,
Sure.
and that's what we are. And
Yeah.
I thought that was a very, very cool ending
yeah.
because I don't know if that happens in the first one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now
Can't
I got to
really
rewatch
recall.
the first one.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
All right. So you wrap that up.
wrap that up. I'm on
What
the Rick and
else?
Morty train. I got back to Rick and Morty. I'm on the Atlanta train, which is just fucking hilarious this season. House of Dragon. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all that's on my watch list.
All right.
I'm gonna get on the Midnight Club this coming
You
week.
keep saying that.
He
Not
does-
really staying current
he has
with current events, my
no
man.
face, no faith in me.
I think I had The Vow on my
Yeah,
list.
I saw that.
House of the Dragon. Midnight Club was on there because I finished that up.
What you telling me to watch it? Is it any good?
The Midnight Club?
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
I mean,
you say
if
it's
you
great.
like Mike Flanagan,
Okay, yeah.
If you like what he has done.
Is it creepy like Haunting of Hill House? Or is it
No.
more like Kitty creepy?
It is, it's not
Are You
kiddie,
Afraid of the
it's-
Dark
It's
type?
Are You Afraid of the Dark for adults.
Okay. All right.
The concept of the show is very Are You Afraid of the Dark, but for adults.
Okay.
Like, this is not a kid's show.
I was scared
But
of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I would say it's, again, like 95% of the show is drama, and then 5% is horror,
Oh, come on.
It's one
man.
of those.
I want to be scared.
which is kind of like what he
Shitless.
generally does, though. Haunting of Hill House has a much more scary.
Yeah.
But as his stuff has moved on, it's more, I mean, there are definitely some moments of like, you're gonna tighten up your butthole for sure. But
Getting puckered up.
it's 10 episodes. Every episode's an hour.
All right.
And it's very like, yeah, I mean, it's like a very dark Goonies or Are You Afraid of the Dark or
Gotcha.
something like that. It's not a lot of like, yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
But it's definitely worth watching if you like what he's done in the past. It's very
Gotta
good.
get my Obama on. Got him.
Yeah, catch that fly.
Yeah.
But then, The Vow. Are you watching The Vow? You're into cult stuff. The Vow. It's on HBO. Kevin Raniere. It's kind of like a modern.
I can watch cold stuff with
It's
my
a
wife.
modern like cult that's currently going through like the court system and the legal process. Kevin Raniere was
to become
guy,
a cult.
No, he had a cult. Nexium was the name of the group, and
Very Y2K.
like a lot of they had a lot of like, I guess, little outfits or whatever you call them all over the country and the
chapters.
world, little
Yeah.
chapters. Yep. And kind of turned out to be pretty mischievous
Pretty
in
intense.
hindsight. No like murder and death or anything like that, but a lot of like sex trafficking and money laundering and all kinds of wild
Regular
stuff.
stuff. Yeah. Just
Par for the course for a cult, really.
Yep.
Allison
Mack from
Yes.
what's it called? Smallville.
Yep. There's a couple of like
It's one of their
actresses
recruiting.
that are involved.
Creepy.
Some branding
Hmm.
of women's groups, things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're into the cult stuff,
Hmm.
certainly give it a run.
Yes, you-
Give it
I'll
a
give it
pass.
a
Give it a
one.
pass. There's season 1. So season 1 was like maybe like a little over a year ago. It's very good, and it basically takes you through start to finish. Not finish, but like I guess start to finish of like the cult beginning, like from the very beginning and kind of where it is now, from the side of people that have left.
Ah,
Right.
gotcha.
So you get and you get this perspective of like everybody who is basically like bailing on it and basically kind of revealing what was
Secrets
going
about
on.
the-
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. And then this season is seemingly some of the people that were involved in it at a very high level
Mhm.
and still maybe are
Mhm.
have basically been like, they reached out to the producers of the show or the documentary series and they were like, well, we want to tell our side of the story.
Wait,
so now-
this is a documentary?
Yeah, it's a documentary series. It's not a
I thought it
dramatization.
was a show.
No.
Oh, I'm in.
No, this is real.
I'm
Real
really
life.
in now.
God, I spent the last 10 minutes talking about the show. and
I thought you were talking about a drama show.
No.
The Vow. It sounds like a.
No.
Oh, I'm.
Are
Really
there
in.
any like cult shows that aren't documentaries?
What's the one with what's her name? Shorty, the witches. The witches. They from the 90s. Nev Campbell.
The Witches from the 90s.
Yeah. The Craft. There we go. The Craft.
That's a movie?
Yeah.
No.
Nev Campbell.
Yeah.
1996.
Yeah. I don't think there's any like TV shows or dramatizations of cults in recent that I can remember.
No,
Anyway.
not outside.
Anyway, The Vow on HBO. Excuse me.
All right, I'll check it.
If you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into cult stuff,
Yeah. I'm Waco. I
yeah,
love that
it's
shit.
not. It is not. To preface, it is not as dark, probably as some. It's not like a Jonestown or Heaven's Gate. It's not as dark as that, but it's not. I mean, it's not great.
I just like
obviously. You
seeing
gotta have a stomach
how-
for it, but
strange and left field people can be with the reality that we live in.
Yeah, this is a little bit more of a modern take on those things. It's kind of like if Steve Jobs had a cult, you know. This is
Okay.
kind of like in the current, like modern times.
So Scientology.
Yeah, this is like currently.
Well, it's
happening.
also like Nexium allegedly was a multi-level marketing thing, like essentially
like vector knives.
yes, but like how to be a better person.
Yeah.
Like how to be a strong leader
like life
and whatever
coaching.
it is, a life
Gotcha.
coach, right? That couldn't think of that term. Yeah.
And then like
Right.
I'll write this check for $100,000 and you walk in the bank and cash it.
Well, no, then you go recruit some of your friends. We'll heat up a hot iron.
They
and
have
we'll
like
brand them.
like Josh said, they have some actresses that are involved. One of the heirs of the Seagram's fortune, the
Was involved.
alcohol company Seagram's is involved. Like there's a lot of money invested in the whole Nexium thing and the whole Kevin Raniere thing and the whole that whole deal. There's a lot of cash floating around in there. It's not like this is some like, you know, hillbilly cult thing, but it's just interesting because you do get the first season is really just all about this one perspective. And then in the end of the first season there's kind of like a after credits scene. It's not really after credits, but where you can tell the producers like weren't expecting it. And then all of a sudden,
shit.
like, yeah, they basically like dropped it. Like a bunch of people from, you know, the cult reached out and were like, we want to come on camera and
wow.
like tell our shit. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, well, season 2 is going to obviously happen now because this was totally unexpected.
All right, we'll put that shit on tonight.
So, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Give it a watch. Give it a watch. I don't know if there's anything else on the watch list.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I've not started Andor. We'll get there, but
We'll
not
get
yet.
there.
Yeah.
So you can wait it out. Nothing's gonna happen that will like spoil that for you. So I think you'll be okay.
All right, LAWS Whiskey House. Now, before we close out, are there any other? Do they have anything else? Is this it? Is this their bottle that they make? Do they have like a?
No, they have.
They got a rye or anything?
They do have a rye. Yeah.
Okay, so they have a couple of other iterations.
Not bad.
This is not it.
It's cool.
All the other bottles, same price, a little pricier.
This is the only one they had there. They didn't have the others.
Yeah.
On it. Do. Was it the LAWS, right?
LAWS Whiskey House.
LAWS
All right.
Whiskey House.
Denver, Colorado.
They make a straight rye.
Yep.
Yeah, the bottled and bond, that's 93 at
It's probably
total.
good.
Oh, wow. That's a little pricier. Though.
Yeah. Yep. The bottled and bond is 93. And then just the regular straight rye is 55
Okay.
from them.
Okay. So this, okay. Very good. All right.
Well, in the time that we record, then from now till the next episode, we'll have your birthday party. So
This is true.
you want to give a recap next time on your birthday party?
Yeah. Recap of the birthday party.
Oh, we'll wear our outfits the next time we record.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wear a Spider-Man outfit or something probably.
Okay.
Something that's a little bit more easily recognizable. I'm not gonna try to make people guess.
Cool.
Plus my my birthday party Halloween outfit is really like dependent on the dog to a certain extent. Not like that at all. So we'll go with something special.
All right.
But yeah. All right.
Episode
dude.
36.